Hello, welcome or welcome back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Dawn. I occasionally post things on YouTube about books and things I do and vlogs of my almost daily life. But if you haven't noticed anything, quality is like 10 times better. That is because I got a new camera and I figured out how to use it. And because my main thing was I didn't have a viewfinder. I have the Sony a6300. It has a viewfinder, but it doesn't flip all the way up, so I can't see myself when I'm filming. And that was my main thing, because I need to be seeing myself when I'm filming, so I know what I look like. Okay? And I connected it to my phone, so now I can use my phone as my viewfinder. And I sat down to finally upload all the videos to create this vlog and put it all together. And my computer doesn't have enough space for all the videos. So I'm refilming my intro, because I looked at it and I hated it. I hated it. I will have to cut in some things though, because I went over the books I read in January, and between when I filmed that and now I have returned those books to the library. So you're gonna get to see me looking a mess, but it's fine. I look okay. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah. I needed to refilm this intro, make it a little shorter, because it was 14 minutes. It was what was I talking about for 14 minutes? But yeah, this video is pretty much going to be a semi-2026 reset. This was filmed last weekend of the 1st of February, so a little late for 2026 reset, but I read in it, I go over my goals, I do something else that I forgot I did. But yeah, this is just future me checking in and being like, here's the intro to this video, so I don't just throw you in there. But yeah. Enjoy the video. Bye. Here's also a little disclaimer because of my honors program. Technically, my reading goal is 90. I've technically read 6 books, but I've only read these 2 full books because in my honors program, we obviously read books. They give us selected chapters in order to get the whole idea of the whole book, just because of time and stuff. So because of the time that I put into reading those books, taking the notes, going to class, and discussing it, I do count those as full books because the amount of work I put into it, it's going to count for something. So the first book I read was Storybook Ending by Mariah McDonald. It is her debut novel, and I'm so sorry, but you can tell it's her debut novel. I originally saw it at the library because the cover was really pretty. When I read the blurb, I just read the first half, and it was oh cute, this girl's life is boring, she leaves notes in this book for this cute bookseller, bada bing bada boom. No. This note gets intercepted by another woman whose life is boring, and she thinks the note's from the bookseller. And this isn't a spoiler, by the way, it's literally said in the spiel if I read another paragraph below, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. But so they're sending notes to each other, thinking they're sending notes to this bookseller. Bookseller's clueless. He was low-key the only character I liked. I did like a few of his coworkers, and then the last 5 pages were pretty good. I will admit the last 5 pages were pretty good. But my one thing is, if this dude works in a bookstore, bookstore workers have name tags. So they're signing off the letter with the first initial, right? One of them is April, one of them is Laura. That's an A and an L. The dude's name is Wesley, that's a W. So if he's wearing a name tag that says Wesley, which starts with a W, and there's no W on that letter as an initial, maybe you're not sending notes to him. Just maybe. I feel like that was so dumb. It would have been more believable if the first letter of his name was also an A or an L. Because then it would make more sense. But it doesn't. But yeah, I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads because I was the last 5 pages were good. There was a few parts where I'm oh, this is kind of nice to read. But the overall, I was I just want to be done with this. But I couldn't DNF it because I have a DNFing problem, but whatever. We're trying to fix that. And then I'm finally starting the Murderbot series. A few of the people I follow on Instagram or YouTube have been reading this, and they say they really like it. Also, it's a really long series, and I miss reading series. I'm in the middle of so many, but we're not going to talk about that. So it's All Systems Red, first book in the Murderbot series. It is 148 pages. I finished it in one day. It was so good. I do wish it was longer, but it's a novella, so like it's not supposed to be longer. But I liked it a lot, and I'm excited to keep reading it. So if I go to the library today, then I'm probably gonna get the second book, even though I have a stack of pile of books looking at me right now that I need to read. But yeah, I'm currently reading The Atlas 6 by Olive Blake. I have read this before. I read this. I was checking my Goodreads, and I almost read it exactly a year ago, which is really crazy. I looked, and this was a year later, and I'm like, whoa, all of this is lining up. Does it mean something? It doesn't, but whatever. But yeah, I'm currently rereading this because I got the second book because I found it at the library. And I started it, and I was like, wait, I actually don't remember anything that happened in the first book. So I'm rereading it. I read a lot last night. I think I'm on page like 164, I think? I forget where I ended. I was really tired last night. But yeah, I'm trying to speed through it, though, so I can get to the second book, because I have read this before. And as I'm reading it, a lot of it is coming back to where I'm still going to finish it because I started, and I'm like, it's another book for my reading goal, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm currently rereading this. After I eat my breakfast, I'm probably going to read for a little bit and then make like a to-do list. I do have to go to like Walgreens to get batteries because I thrifted this film camera and it was working. I like got it to work and everything, but I think the batteries I got were dead. So currently there's one battery that I found, and I swore I bought extra batteries, but I cannot find them. But yeah, these are the books I read and am current. Oh wait, should I go over my honors books? I can go over my honors books like really quickly. You have this little honors reader, and it's like gives us smaller portions of books so that we don't have to get the whole thing. The first book we read was Metaphysics by Aristotle. It was okay. It was fun to read, I will say, and I got to do like really pretty annotations. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I got to do really pretty annotations, and that was, you could definitely see like I lost steam though, because it was like so late and I was like, get me out. But yeah, that was fun. I read Metaphysics and I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's the Enchiridion by Epictetus. I also annotated that. That was pretty fun. It's like, it's set up like Proverbs and stuff to where you just have to read these little blurbs. And it's really nice. And the next book we read, I don't have a physical copy of it, but we read Letters from a Stoic. I did like that one. I liked it to where I want to go back and reread it and like read the entire thing instead of just a few chapters. And then I think the last book we ended on was On the Nature of the Universe. I forget who it was by. I also did like that one. Probably not enough to like go back and reread it or like read the whole thing because it was kind of difficult to understand without the seminar. And I want to read all these other books, so I probably won't go back. But those are the 4 books that I read for honors, which makes up my total 6. And then this will be my 7th, and hopefully I finish it either today or tomorrow, so then I can get on to the second one. But yeah, I'm going to eat my breakfast now. And I'll probably see you guys when I'm reading. Walgreens, so I guess I could test out my camera now. I was originally gonna go to Walgreens and then go pick up my extra groceries from my friend's dorm and then go to the library and then just come back because I'm like, it would be nice to get out of the dorm. But then I realized it's low-key a lot of walking, and I don't have my earbuds. I think I left them in my friend's car. I guess we can test out these were $8. Actually, no, they were $9. That is so expensive. I did go to Walgreens, so it's like not gonna be the cheapest, but like, guys, I feel like that's a bit much. I'm gonna test out my camera, and then I decided that I'm gonna I have a bunch of reading to do and like notes to take, so I think I'm gonna go to like my dorm's lobby and do that in there. Even though like I hate doing it and I don't have my headphones, so like it's like gonna be a little awkward for me. Like, I know nobody cares, but like I do. Okay guys, I care. I think the battery was the problem, but I'm gonna go take a photo of myself. But wish me luck. Okay, look, it can open and you can close, and then also this is how you turn on the flash. That's so cool. I'm easily entertained. What can I say? Okay. It was the batteries. Fun fact, when I was like trying to figure out what was wrong, I sacrificed 3 slides. I did. I sacrificed 3 slides because I was like, I want to know what's wrong. It was just the batteries. So, good to know that that was the problem. I want to read my book and I want to finish it. But yeah, see you in the lobby. Okay, I actually had less work than I was expecting I would have. So I did my stats reading, did the answer, like the problems after, and then I checked my like Canvas, and chapter 5 isn't due until next Wednesday, so I'm gonna do that Monday. And then I do have to do a little bit of reading for my finance class, but I kind of want to do it tomorrow so I can read until dinner. Also, I got kind of hungry, so I was like, let me go back to my dorm, get a little snack, and then I'm gonna read probably. Hopefully I get close to finishing my book, and hopefully I finish it, low-key, so then I can start the second one. Because I'm on page 235, I think. And it's like 400 pages, so I'm a little over, like, a little under, but I'm close to halfway. Okay, it is currently 10:27. It is a lot of hours later. I'm in my room. I'm ready for bed. I'm going to read my book. Yeah, I went to dinner. Dinner was okay. Honestly, it wasn't that good today. But then I read more, and then I went to my friend's dorm and we watched Mean Girls. I'd never seen it before. I gave it a solid 3.5 stars. It was pretty good. My friend said the musical was better, and I want to watch the one with Renee Rapp. But I heard that one was less better. Interesting. But yeah, I'm all ready for bed. I have my book. I'm on page... What page am I on? I'm on page 358. I kind of want to try to finish it tonight, or at least to get to, like, read a lot more. I want to, like... I do have to wake up early tomorrow because I have to leave for church at 9:15. But I feel like I can wake up. I believe in myself. Also, I'm at a really good part. So I want to finish it so then I can start the second one. Because I'm like remembering everything now because I'm rereading it. So yeah, I moved my like fairy lights. So now they're above my bed and it gives me enough light to read. So now I don't need to buy a book light. But yeah, I'm probably not going to vlog anything else. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi, it is currently Sunday. I just got done with church. Now I currently need to lock in and do all of my homework so then I can do nothing after. And I'm so excited. I will eat first because I haven't eaten anything yet. I'll probably watch my show. But I left off by talking about this book and I was saying I hope I finished it because I thought that it was like close to 500 pages, and I was on page 400. I finished the book. 1 in the morning I finished this. As I've said like many times before, I've already read this. I reread it to remember so that I could read this. It was really funny though because I like stopped filming that clip and I like got into my bed and I started reading and I was like, oh, like I'm probably not gonna finish it tonight, and like that's okay. It was like 12 in the morning when I checked. I blinked and I was already on page 500. And then I thought, because like in the back, I didn't notice that she had like a little preview of the Atlas Paradox in the back. So I thought that like this book was pushing like 520 pages because I saw this. I don't know if you can see it actually. Let me see. I saw like this. Oh, there's like 520 pages. Like, I'm not gonna be able to read 120 pages. The book ended on page 500. It ended on page 500. So I was like, I'm finishing this. Hello? But yeah, I remembered a lot of things, but there was like little small details that I didn't remember. And I was like, let me just read the whole thing again. So now this is my 7th book that I've read and the first book I've read of February. Now we're moving on to the Atlas Paradox. I'm very excited. How long? Like, this is the side. What is this? What is this? Olivie, we need to talk. I do like this size better though. Let's check how many pages this is. Oh! It's only 400 pages. It's 100 pages less. Hello? So we're finishing this today, I think. I need to do my homework. I need to make food, do my homework, start working on my vision board thing, and then I'll probably like tell you guys my goals while I do my vision board, and then I'll probably end the video there. Yeah. Thanks for listening to my egregiously long update. Officially start the Atlas Paradox yesterday. You guys saw me start it. I am currently on page 61. We're in Callum's POV right now, and I'm really loving it because it's like showing how broken he is. Sorry for the spoiler by the way. But yeah, I wanted to end the vlog here because I was like, I don't want it to be too long because I want to edit and everything, but I figured that I'll share with you guys my reading goals for 2026. Very excited. So, obviously with me like sharing my book stuff a little bit more, I wanted to be more intentional with what I read. Because like, I read so much as a kid and I can feel myself kind of not losing the spark for it, but I'm not being impacted as much by the books anymore. And I want to change that, whether that's me, like, paying more attention when I read. Not that I feel like I don't pay attention, but, like, I guess just choosing books that will tear me apart. Because that hasn't happened to me in a while. Without further ado, here are my 2026 reading goals. Number 1, finish Anna Karenina. I don't know if you guys saw on my TikTok or my Instagram, I mentioned that Count of Monte Cristo was my classic for 2025. It is not done. I want to finish it. I might, because oh, this is so hard. I got books from the library and I really want to read them, but I'm in the middle of Count of Monte Cristo. But Count of Monte Cristo takes so much effort to read, and I just want to have fun. Anna Karenina, she is hefty. How long is she? Oh, 700, I'll give her 750. Shorter, this is like 500 pages shorter than Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, the angle's lower now, but like, I wonder, wait, idea. Like if you compare them, hello? That's crazy. And I'm about What page am I on? Oh my gosh. Like, I'm on page 533. Like, God forbid. It's really good though. I am really liking Count of Monte Cristo. I will say, I do like it. I just like want it to be, like, I don't want it to be done, but I want it to be done just so I can like check it off because I've been reading it for so long. Like, I think this is like the longest it's ever taken for me to finish a book. But it's so good. I low-key do need to look up a character map because some of the characters are starting to get blurred and I don't know who's who when I'm faking it, but I'm not making it. So, yeah. First reading goal, since I took so long to talk about that, finish Anna Karenina. I feel like it's fun to read one big classic a year, especially since they seem to be taking me a long time, and also since there's so much, like, look how small the words are. Like, because there's just so much in it, I want to be able to take the time and like actually digest it and everything instead of just like reading it really quickly. Because as much as I would love to like finish a 700-page book in 3 days, I'm in school, I can't do that. So yeah, so Anna Karenina is the one for 2026. I don't know when we'll start it. Probably not anytime soon, but it's in the future. Second goal, read 5 classics, including Anna Karenina, because it's worth something, okay? I want to read a lot more classics because I didn't really read classics when I was little for obvious reasons. But I feel like it's good to like emphasize that like I want to, because I want to read everything. Like I genuinely want to read everything. I don't have a favorite genre. I do have a least favorite, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, I want to read 5 classics. My third goal is to finish all the series I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of so many. And I'm in the middle of so many to where it's to the point to where in order to finish them, I need to reread them. Because that's what happened with the Atlas Paradox. I forgot what happened in the first book. And now I needed to reread it. Thank God there's only one book, but like, there's so many. But then there's also like so many series that I want to get into. And then low-key, I really want to reread the Shadowhunter series. And these are not like skinny books. These are fat books. So, yeah. I believe in myself. Where there's a will, there's a way. I believe I can do it. Anyway, 4, always to read my books in physical form. I read the entirety of Poppy War on my phone, and I did retain information from that, but like other books such as White Knights and low-key half of Frankenstein, even though I love that book, I didn't retain as much of it as I would have liked to. So I want to prioritize reading physical books so I can also in turn prioritize remembering more of my books, especially because I read so much. It's very easy for me to mix up plots of books and then also forget what happened, but know I like it, but like not know why I like it, you know? So yeah, also because now that I'm in college and everything and I'm closer to getting my own place, I want to start getting books and like collecting them to have in my house or my apartment or wherever I live. I just want books, okay? I just want books. My 5th goal is to read 90 to 100 books. I put 100 as my goal and I got to 82, which is the closest I've ever been. Because for the 2 years before that, I read like an average of 60. So 82 is pretty good. That is granted though that I was in the honors program and I read a lot of books for that. But I decided to be a little kinder to myself and be less like, you need to read 100 books. And I was like, it's okay if you read 90. But like, the little voice in the back of my head is telling me like, you're reading 100. 6th goal. I'm wanting to do monthly reading wrap-ups, especially with me now creating my Instagram account. PSA, by the way, go follow my Instagram. I finally made one for like my book stuff, YouTube, and everything. Go follow it so I don't feel embarrassed. Go follow it, comment, share, do whatever you want, but you should follow. I would plan on reading more in February and everything, and I am on track to read more. But yeah, I want to do monthly reading wrap-ups because also that will help me remember what the book was about, which is great. Number 7, which I actually already completed, is get a reading journal. I got one. It's like the simplest one I could ever find. Because I was like, I don't want anything crazy. Just because with my books, I'm pretty like, I either loved it and then I have a lot to say, or like I didn't like it and I don't have a lot to say. But I need to add Atlas 6 in there. And also next year, I want to be able to create my own reading journal. So this is me testing myself to see if I actually would stick with making my own, or it's just like a fantasy in my head because the reading journals look really cool and I want to be one of the cool girls that have a reading journal that they made themselves. 8, read for 45 minutes a day. And then I'm tracking that. I'm not tracking that on Fable because I gave up on Fable. It makes me feel old. I don't know how to use it. I'm using margins right now, which I love. But no one else is using margins, so then I'm like, I don't get to see what my friends are reading. So I am still on Goodreads. I'm sorry. Follow me on Goodreads, low-key. I have been reading for 45 minutes a day. I haven't been the best at tracking it, just because I'm not used to actually tracking the time that I read. It's more just like, read every day. But I want to get better at tracking it. I do. And then 9 is my zinger. Read 10 nonfiction books. I don't know the first thing about nonfiction. I'm gonna be really honest. And I've read a few good. I've read like The Glass Castle. Okay, the only nonfiction book I can remember that I read. I've read others, but I just forget. Okay. I want to read more nonfiction books just because like you do read to learn, so then I can choose books on topics that I'm interested in and get the information through reading it. Actually chosen a nonfiction book, unless it was like for school or something, but I want to try it and see if I like it. For my 10th goal, I am planning on making a TBR of 9 books for every month and then reading at least 5, because 9 puts me on track to read over 90 and then 5 puts me on track to read 60-ish. I'm probably gonna just make mental TBRs and be like, here's the stack of books I got from the library and I could finish it in a month. That's pretty much gonna be my mental state. And then also I have a bunch of physical books that I need to read that I got over break. So yeah. The ones I'm mainly gonna put an emphasis on though, I will say, are reading 5 classics, finishing all the series I'm in the middle of, trying to read physical books, reading 90 to 100 books, read 10 nonfiction books, and read for 45 minutes every day, and finish Anna Karenina. I feel like the others are more just like to keep me guided, and then if I feel myself slipping, then I can put an emphasis on it. But the world's not going to end if I don't complete every single goal on this list, okay? So, yeah. I'll see you at the end of 2026 to see how I did on these goals, and hopefully I stuck to the ones I actually cared about. Enough of me talking, because I just talked for so long. Thank you. It is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, comment, and like. And if you want to see more content, because I will be posting more, please follow my Instagram. It'll mean a lot. But yeah,